back to another exciting edition of Extra Innings. We're on the eve of the All-American Games. We're trying to get this filmed here for everyone so Donna and I can get on the road to Myrtle Beach. But we're so excited to be doing this awards presentation show. This is the 9U edition. We are going to be giving out a ton of awards to some very, very talented 9-year-old players. You can see there's the Beastie right up front. This one, our big Silver Slugger Award. We had a whole table full of them back there. Tons of stats and notes and things to get through. It's going to be a very exciting show. We're going to break some records. Every time we do that, we're going to, well, the record breaker's broken already. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, we got a new record. I think that's a Mario game. Couple things real quick. Please go down to the bottom of the screen and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's how we'll be able to keep doing these shows. The more subscribers we get, it moves us to the top, and it'll help me get some people in here to do some more stuff and some more productions for you. We need as many subscribers as we can. The voice that you're going to hear announcing the countdown, that is Casey, that is the PA announcer for the Atlanta Braves, who lended us his talents to recognize these kids. Also, a lot of the graphics and stuff were done by DJ Johnny. Look that up, Google him. Some really cool stuff he can do for your team. Donna put all the production stuff together. We've been learning this stuff on the fly. I think she's done a heck of a job. Our sponsor, 10Fin, thank you very much. But right now, we got to get this show rolling because we got a ton of awards to give out. These are stats that were accumulated during the year, and we'll show you as we go. Our first stat that we're going to do is your hits leader. Who compiled the most hits during the regular season on there? And the all-time record, excuse me, is set by Cason Darley, 62. He is Chance Kirby's the defending champion. Let's see what we got.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
Alrighty, your 3 finalists: Jonathan Baker from the Richmond Hill Tide, Cason Darley, and Callan O'Neill. Those are your 3 guys who had the most hits during the regular season.
Make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And the winner is, we're going to start this show off right, baby. We got a tie right out the gate. Cason Darley and Callan O'Neill both compiling 35 hits on the year, and they will both take home, no tiebreakers here, they're both taking home the hits Beastie. That's right, both of them are going to be taking this award home. Great job for them, getting themselves 35 base knocks apiece. Let's see, Baker was right behind them with 33. I think Rhett Tillman had 33 as well. So it was very, very tight. Guys, boys, listen, every at bat counts, baby. Could be the difference of having a Beastie on your shelf or not. But a great year. Unfortunately, Jonathan wasn't able to do the All-Star game with the COVID stuff going around. So probably did hurt his chances of maybe taking this award, but a fine year for him as well. Anybody who finishes second and third, we will be giving them some really nice award certificates as well. All right, we need to keep this show rolling. We got a lot of awards to give away. The next one is for RBIs. Who produced the runs? Who's Mr. Clutch? The defending champion is Chance Kirby. The all-time record is Angel Santiago. When you see these all-time records, that was during a 9-year-old season. So even though Angel's not 9 anymore, he set that record as a 9-year-old. We need to know who the 3 are.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
All righty, here we go. Our top 3 for RBIs: Jonathan Baker, Cason Darley. We've seen those 2 names already. Now let's add Jarrett Fincher to the mix. Jarrett's got some serious eye black going on there. I like it. All right, those are your 3 finalists for RBIs.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And your winner is Kaysen Darley with 40 RBIs. Kaysen taking home his second Beastie in his mini awards, and that was a big year for him with the bat. Known for his big right arm, it was his bat that was standing out quite a bit this past season. Let's see how close this was. Jared Fincher, 33 RBIs, and Jonathan Baker, 31. So we had a little bit of a room there. Kaysen Darley, 40 RBIs, and is this year's Beastie Award winner. Guys, oh, there it is, that fast fish again. Did you see that? That's why it's so darn good at 10 Fin. They have the freshest fish you'll ever see. You got to be super fast to catch one of them. Stop by our sponsor, the 10 Fin. Next time you're in Rankin, they got some great seafood. Never thought I'd say that in Rankin, but yes, indeed, they do. And plus, the kids absolutely love the chicken fingers and the spuds. Well, heck, Donna does too. All right. So we had our RBI champion. Now we got to find out who was scoring all those runs. Again, Chance Kirby is the defending champion, and Angel Santiago holds the record all-time, 56 runs scored in a year. Let's see if anybody can touch that mark.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
Alrighty, and your finalists are Will Burrell, or just Will, as we like to call him. Darley's back for some more action, and Rhett Tillman. One of these gentlemen is going to have crossed the plate the most times.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And that winner is, oh, you're kidding me. You're breaking me here, boys. We got another tie. And this time it's Rhett Tillman and Will, just Will. They each scored 40 runs apiece. That's a nice number there. And both of them are going to be taking home that good-looking Beastie Award. So your the guys who scored and crossed the plate the most times, Rhett Tillman and Will Burrell, they will be taking home the run scored Beastie. How close was Mr. Darley? 37, just 3 behind, right there with them. All right, so Darley, he'll be getting a nice certificate. 3 for 3 for him so far, get in the final 3. All right, time to move on. This is a category you don't see a lot of home runs in the 9U division. We have a minimum of 3 to qualify for something on there, and we have someone who did it this year as far as being the top spot. Let's look at who your finalists for home runs are.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league.
All right, the home run champion. It's either going to be Cameron Gage, Trip Gill, or Reagan Hill. One of those gentlemen will be the long ball champ. Who's it going to be? Tell us, Casey.
Make some noise for the number 1 in the nation. We got the man.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Trip Gill. And that's Trip, his 3 home runs. That's splitting time between doing the 8U and the 9U. I think he hit another 4 or so in the 8U, actually over the fence 8U home runs. Tremendous power here, and Trip Gill will take home the long ball Beastie, the home run champion himself. He'll be headed up to the All-American games, and we'll get him hooked up with his award there. That is a record in the home run for 9U. Matter of fact, it's we got, I think, first time someone hitting 2. Oh, we got a little pause coming in here. Cameron Gage will finish in 3rd place, and Reagan Hill did hit 2 home runs, finished 2nd. Anytime there's a tie in these type of things, it's who did it in the least at bats. Cameron hit his 1 in the least of anyone else. So great job for Trip Gill. All right, we got to keep this show rolling. Got a lot to cover. We are next going to be looking at the best contact hitter. Who was the toughest guy to strike out in all of baseball? Tucker McCallum is the defending champ. Look at that all-time record, 2%. That means 2% of the time he struck out. 1 every 50 at-bats on there. Can anybody come close to that number? We're about ready to find out. Who are our nominees?
May I have your
All righty, I like this group. We got a different group here all together. Different skill set here. We've got Hayden Bell from the Factory Showtime, Parker Young, also from Showtime, and my man Kyle Womack from the Effingham Knights. All three of these guys can really handle a bat. One of them did it the very best and will be taking home this Beastie. Casey, tell me who it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
The top compact hitter is Hayden Bell, 0.25, 2.5%, just off the record there by Tucker McCallum, but by any means a tremendous hand-eye coordination, put the bat to the ball, and Hayden Bell will be this year's award winner for, with the Beastie Award. And guys, when I tell you this thing was close, it was close. Let's take a look at it. 0.32 for Kyle Womack and 0.54 for Parker Young. Look at that, just amazing how well those guys put the bat on the ball. No one can strike them out. Pitchers, if you were the guy who, I think there was one to two strikeouts each on those, should have looked up who they were and gave them a little shout out. But it's not often that you're going to strike out one of these guys. Okay, so we've done our home run hitters. We've done our contact hitters. Now let's look at our overall best hitter. This is, I got to settle on a name on this. It's a runs created, a performance. Basically what this does is take your runs scored, your RBIs, your times you get on base, and divide it by your plate appearances. Who is the most productive player on the offensive side for their team? Chance Kirby, again, is the defending champ. Evan Huntley from Line Drive is the all-time record setter at 1.61.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
All right, your top 3 most productive hitters. You could call this most valuable hitters if you want. Hayden Bell, Factory Showtime. Damian Blasingame from the Wartown Misfits. And Reese Fisher, 8-year-old, up here with the big boys in the nines. Reese Fisher from the Fish Pit. One of those 3 players was your most productive. The Atlanta Braves themselves. Casey, count us down.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
All right, and your winner is Damian Blasingame. Damian with a 1.57 rating. And one thing I'm going to tell you about Damian, he didn't have a lot of at-bats most of the year. Most of his production was done against some very stiff competition during All-Stars and those type of things. We will see him at the All-American Games. He'll be one of the guys we're counting on. He had a 1.57 rating. Let's see how close it was with the other guys. Reese Fisher, 1.52. And Hayden Bell, 1.45. So very, very close. Congratulations to all 3 of those guys. Anything around that 1.5 number is a great number. And those 3 guys had some tremendous seasons for their clubs. All right, this show is just getting started. We're getting into some of the big time stuff now. The batting title. Who's your batting champion? That's an honor that any player would be proud to put up on his mantelpiece. Your defending champion is Rhett Tillman. The all-time record belongs to Colin Boudreau. Colin at 667, the all-time record. Casey, who are our 3 nominees for this year?
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
Here they are, your finalists. Damian Blasingame, Reese Fisher, and Rhett Long from MLU. Rhett, again, he was one of those guys who also did a lot of his damage during All-Stars and so forth. So let's see who your batting champion is.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And the batting champion is Damian Blasingame, winning his 2nd Beastie Award with a 645 batting average. What a tremendous year for him. Not far off that 667 all-time mark. Great, great season, 645. Was it close? Let's take a look. 643 for Rhett Long. I'd say that's pretty close. 2 points separating the batting championship, one at bat. That's basically what that is, guys. So a great year for both of those guys. And then Reese Fisher was 608 over that 600 mark. Again, remember, that's an 8-year-old producing at this 9-year-old level. He should have a tremendous 9-year-old season. Would have to be one of the favorites coming into this year. All right, so we've got our batting champion. Now, the stat that really matters, how often do you get on base? Who was best for your on-base percentage? I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but that's fine. Rhett Tillman, the defending champion, and Evan Huntley, 761, 76% of the time. That's the all-time record. Let's find out who our finalists are.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
And your top 3. No surprise, your batting champion, Damian Blasingame there. And then a couple new guys, Maddox Martinez from the Wartown Misfits and Callan O'Neill. Those are your top 3 for the on-base percentage. We need to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And number 1 is Damian Blasingame with his 3rd Beastie Award. He wins both the batting title and the on-base percentage. And a 703 mark, eclipsing that magical 700 number. Tremendous job for him, as he will take home his 3rd Beastie of the night, and some very good ones too. This man gets on base better than anybody in the league. Was it even close? Let's find out. Oh, I'd say it's pretty close. Callan O'Neill at 696 by 7 points. And look at Maddox Martinez with a tremendous 682 on base percentage. So across the board, it was very, very close. All right. We've gone through all the stats. That's going to leave us now with one stat left in the hitting side, and that would be your Silver Slugger. Who is the best hitter? This is combining the points from all of the other categories. They're weighed based on importance, and Chance Kirby's the defending champion. This is one of the big 3 majors, the big batter right there. This is the Silver Slugger.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
And your Silver Slugger champion. Well, first we got to tell you the top 3, don't I? I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Damian Blasingame, 3 Beasties already. Kason Darley with 2, and there's Reese Fisher again. We're going to get him a smile by the end of this video. Those are your 3 finalists. One of them is going to be your hitter of the year. Casey, Atlanta Braves. Tell us about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation. We got the man, the one, the only.
The man, the myth, the legend, Kason Darley with 496 Silver Slugger points from the Richmond Hill Tide. He will take home the coveted Silver Slugger Award for the top hitter in all of 9U Top Gun. Congratulations to him. Just a serious run producer all year long, and that translates into this Silver Slugger championship. So a great season for him, and he has won the top honor for any hitter in all of Top Gun. Let's see if it's was even close. 496 for Kason, and come on in here. It was very close. 11 points separating. Reese Fisher was second at 485, and then Damian Blasingame at 455. So an awesome year for all 3 of those guys. A lot of production at the All-Star game, and propelled these guys to these awards. Speaking of All-Star games, if you thought this year's All-Star, we kept hearing the word major event and how epic it was. It's nothing compared to what I've got planned for this winter. The All-State games are coming, the Georgia All-State games, and every player named to the All-State team, 12 players, are going to walk away with their choice of an A2000 or a DeMarini Glitch bat. That's right. The hottest bat and glove on the market are going to each kid that is named to the All-State team in each age group. So you're talking 60 plus of these tremendous awards that'll be handed out. Not only that, they're then going to go represent Top Gun at the World Wood Bat and see how we can go do on the big stage there. Can't wait for that tournament to happen. Get signed up for some tournaments during the year. There will be multiple ways to qualify for that All-Americans, everything from being a tournament MVP to making the All-Stars to being in the top 10 in the MVP voting and even the top 5 in the top 40. So we're going to make it we're going to reward the season-long accolades a little bit better in this version, and it should be a blast. Put it on your calendar. Don't get suckered into any of these new copycat all-stars that are out there. Everyone is doing it now. They saw the success we had, and they're trying to copy it. What made this event so great is all the time and effort we put into tracking the stats and the players and making sure that the teams are good and fair. That's what makes it fun. Just taking an entry fee, throwing a bunch of kids out there is not what this is all about. So we want these kids to earn everything they get, and then we want to give them tons of accolades and the best awards possible. All right, we've done the hitting side. It's time to move on and take a look at some of the pitching stats. We had some tremendous pitching seasons this past year. Let me get my notes ready here because I want to make sure if I've got any record breakers that I'm prepared for them. And there's just so many stats here. The first stat we're going to look at is strikeouts. The defending champ, Chance Kirby, you can see he had a monster year last year. And the all-time record is Cason Darley with 62. Let's take a look.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
Well, I told you there that it was Cason Darley with the all-time record at 62. Let's see what these guys can do with that. Jonathan Baker, Cason Darley, and Josh Stewart.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And the winner is, kept trying to give this away, 62 Cason Darley. That we actually gave that away in the beginning there. That is a new record of 62 strikeouts. Congratulations for him. The old record was actually 58 by Axel Deathridge and Ian Buchanan. Cason breaking that record with 62. Again, a new record for Cason Darley. Whoop, and there went my microphone. Cason, I believe that's Beastie number 4. All right, let's see how close everyone else was. They were actually very, very close. Jonathan Baker had 58, tying the old record, and then 40 for Josh Stewart from Line Drive Blue. All right, so there's your strikeout king. Now, a stat that we just added last fall, your wins leader. The all-time record is Braden Williams. He's the defending champ also. He won 6 games last fall. Let's see who this year's top 3 pitching wins leaders is.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
And there you go, your 3 finalists. Cason Darley back again. Parker Midget, Hot Dog, and Declan Rooney. Let's find out who our champion, who led the league in wins.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And number 1, we've got ourselves a tie. Cason Darley and Declan Rooney both winning. I believe that number is wrong there. I believe that, let me double check this. Hold on before I hit this button over here. Just making sure we got the right number. Nope, it is correct. 6 wins. So they will absolutely tie the new record there. So 6 wins each. They'll tie Braden Williams. I'm sorry, Braden had 7 wins. That's what it was. I knew Braden didn't have his record broken. He had 7 wins in the fall. We had that number wrong on there. But anyway, your wins champions are both Casey Darley and Declan Rooney. They're both going to take home a Beastie Award. And there comes the Beastie in after the effect. This one, he's a little shy. All right, and then Parker Midget was just one behind him. He had a tremendous year also with 5 victories. All right, now we're getting into some of the skills of the pitching. This is your base on balls per 9 innings. Who is your best control pitcher? A stat that will always get you on the mound with me if you're good at that. Grayson Green is the defending champion. The all-time record is Trey Gibbs, who walked 0.71, less than 1 batter per 9 innings pitched. Let's see who this year's top 3 are.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
All right, your 3 finalists are Kalen Bruce from the Hilton Head Hurricanes, Beckham Browning from the Major League Unleashed, and Gavin Russian. There's another one of our 8-year-olds popping up here with the Combat Gold. These 3 guys here had the best control during the year. One of them had the very best.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And that would be Kalen Bruce, 1.10 walks per 9 inning. Greg Maddox would love to have a number like that. Kalen, he actually didn't walk anybody till the All-Stars. He had a 0 for like 14 innings going at one point. Tremendous season, throwing strikes. That's what the kid does. He just fills it up, and he's going to win this year's Beastie Award for the best control pitcher. And let's see how everyone else did. Gavin Russian finishing second at a 1.76, and a 2.97 for Beckham Browning will be in third. So congrats to all 3 of those guys. Throw strikes, and you will pitch a lot of innings in your career. All right, so there's your control guys. Now let's take a look at your whip guys. These are the guys who give up the least base runners. It's hard to get on. You combine your walks and your hits allowed per inning pitched, and it will give you this number. The defending champion is Braden Williams. The all-time record is Riles Register, who had a 0.67.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
All right, here we go. Your whip leaders, probably the best stat to judge a pitcher by. Beckham Browning, Gavin Rushing, and Colt Weatherford from the Burke County Titans. Another new name popping in here. Let's see who the whip champion is.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And your winner is Gavin Rushing from Combat, an 8-year-old winning the 9U whip category. Great job for him, a 1.37 whip. Absolutely a tremendous job done by young Mr. Rushing there, as he will win this very, very coveted whip award. The Beastie is going to Gavin Rushing with a 1.37. If we compare that to number 2 is Beckham Browning at 1.54, and there's actually a tie there with Colt Weatherford also at 1.54. But Gavin Rushing, 8-year-old, takes the 9U whip crown. All right, that gives us one more stat here, and that would be your ERA champion. Who gives up the least runs? That's the name of the game. Defending champ is Chance Kirby, and your all-time record, Ellis Kelly. That one's going to be tough to beat, a 0.00. That was done over, I believe, 11 1/3 innings. So to beat that record, you have to throw more than 11 shutout innings on there. But let's find out who our finalists are.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league
right, your top 3 league leaders. Oh, we got some new names in here. Zayden Curry from MLU, Wyatt Day from the Southern Tide, and then back with us again is Colt Weatherford from the Burke County Titans. These are your 3 earned run average champions. Casey, I need a winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation.
And that number 1 is, look at here, Mr. Zayden Curry from Major League Unleashed. Zayden coming up with a 1.70 earned run average. You're going to win a lot of ball games with that man on the mound, keeping teams down to a 1.7. Zayden Curry is your ERA champion and will take home this year's Beastie. Let's see how he compared to the other guys in the top 3. A 1.73. Wow, that was close. Colt Weatherford 1.73, and then a 1.98 for Wyatt Day. So all 3 of them going sub 2s there, and a tremendous ERA number for the trio. All right, so there you go. We've given you all the major stats there is. That means there's only one more pitching award to give, and that would be the big one, the granddaddy of them all, the greatest of all time, the Cy Young. That's right. Who is this year's Cy Young? The defending champ is Braden Williams. Let's find out who our finalists are.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
All right, got to give them a little longer intro because this is the big one. Jonathan Baker, Kaysen Darley, and Zayden Curry. One of those 3 is going to be your Cy Young champion. Can Kaysen Darley win his 2nd major award? He won the Silver Slugger. Jonathan Baker's been there the whole time. And then Zayden Curry, we just saw that tremendous earned run average. Is that enough? Casey, we want to know who our Cy Young champion is.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation. We got the man, the one, the only.
The myth, the legend, your Cy Young champion, Kaysen Darley from the Richmond Hill Tide, winning his 2nd major award, and he, with 433 Cy Young points, he is going to take home the Cy Young trophy, put it right next to his Silver Slugger and the other Beasties he's won. What a year he has had, and it is culminated by this award of winning the Cy Young. So Kaysen Darley is your Cy Young champ, 433 points, edging out his teammate Jonathan Baker and Zayden Curry, and actually wasn't much edging going on as this was a runaway 433 points, and again, 2nd major award, Kaysen Darley, congratulations. But that's not it. We still now have to have the granddaddy of them all, the MVP, the most valuable player for the entire league. Your defending champion is Chance Kirby. Your top 3 for this year.
May I have your attention, please? Stand up and make some noise for your top 3 league leaders.
Your MVP, top 3, no surprise, Kaysen Darley, Declan Rooney, and Cal Womack. Wow, quite a mix there. You got the pitcher, you got the hitter, and you got the guy who's doing it on both sides of the ball there. Let's find out who the MVP for the 9U 2021 division is.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the number 1 in the nation. We got the man, the one, the only.
And it is, we're going to have that dramatic pause. Their champion belongs to more drama.
1,171 MVP points. Wow, huge number. It's Cason Darley from the Richmond Hill Tide. Pretty easy to figure that one out. When you're the best pitcher and the best hitter in the league, it's going to make you the MVP. Could go down as a historic one of the top seasons ever. We'll find that out later when we look at our career stats. But to win, no one has ever won all three of those before, and Cason Darley will go down in the record books as the first ever in Top Gun to win the Silver Slugger, the Cy Young, and the MVP all in the same season. Congratulations. Let's take a look who finished second, and that would have been Declan Rooney with 894. Kyle Womack, great year for him as well, as he finished third with 827 points. But this night belongs to Cason Darley. No other way to sugarcoat it. Dominant year for the Richmond Hill Tide, and can't wait to see what he can do here in the 10-year-old season. And it's been one heck of a campaign for him. There he is again, your MVP. He'll be taking home a lot of hardware. We'll be seeing him at the All-American Games. We'll get an interview with him and present him with all these awards. Do me a favor, folks, please go down and subscribe here at the bottom of the page. We want to be able to do more and more of these productions for you. I think the kids get a kick out of them. It's something you guys can share. It's easy for people to find. It's not getting buried deep on the Facebook, our YouTube channel. We're trying to get it kicked off, and we need subscribers to do that. So just take a moment. It's absolutely free, and the most important thing is it keeps this content free for you. So take a few minutes, go down and sign. Put me a note in there that you subscribed in the bottom. Put your favorite player down there. As soon as I can figure out how to find out who all these people are, we're going to do some drawings and give away a cage jacket from the All-Stars. But please take a minute to like it. And again, we want to thank everyone that was part of this. Casey from the voice of the Atlanta Braves, thank you for lending your support to this. DJ Johnny, some great graphics. Donna doing all the production work, putting this all together. Our sponsor, the 10 Fin, Top Gun, everyone we can think of. It's been a fun year, and the 9-year-old group was one of our most active, and this show was a lot of fun to produce and to reward these great players. Thanks again for joining us. You're watching an Extra Innings production.